everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Falcons are top 10 in fewest points allowed. They'll be up against the Redskins offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Falcons. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience got wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one good for 15 and a first. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Fresh set of downs here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the back goes into motion. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Play clock winding down. Now back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This will be caught inside the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slides.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Off play action. Maynard escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now this time he'll look to throw, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Watch it now, Barney.
Off the play fake. Maynard going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now.
Operating from the gun. Maynard. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. All right, now look at Mississippi.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And his throw here's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him a sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing to start the drive. Maynard firing quickly here, and that's complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Now let's go. Over. All right, now look at 56.
Off play action. Maynard. Space to run past the 20. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Maynard. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
All right, here we go. Green. Detroit.
Off the play fake. Maynard. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ohio. Here we go. 190. 190. 43. Check. 43.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Finding some room at midfield. That good for 19 at a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No, check, Patriot. Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56, Detroit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Watch it now. Barney.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
On 1st and 10, Maynard. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on 2nd down. Maynard. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go.
Off play action. Maynard. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Needed 16. They got 17 on 3rd down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play? Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maynard. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Throwing on 1st down. Maynard. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake. Maynard. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On 3rd and 2, Maynard. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd down, 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
No, check, Patriot. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. All right, now.
They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. He's got him in. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 34 yards there and a 1st down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
He gets away from one. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Deion Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
All right, here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one.
Green 39. Green 39.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here they come, here they come, here they come.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
To throw on 2nd down, Maynard. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Off play action. Maynard eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right near midfield.
All right, now, look at 56. Now, let's go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's back to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. Powers through him. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Off the play fake. Maynard. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. Finding room at the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.